Understanding the social norms that influence behavior is vital in social and behavior change programming. To help guide planning and program efforts for voluntary family planning interventions, in the summer of 2021, Momentum Integrated Health Resilience, funded by the U.S. Agency for International Development, conducted a social norms assessment in South Sudan. Assessment findings, including extensive quotes from participants, are found in the assessment report. Here are some highlights. Childbearing. Married women whose bride price was paid by the groom's family are expected to produce many children. In part, this is seen as fulfilling women's biological and biblical roles. Contraceptive use. It is now culturally acceptable for women and girls to use modern contraceptives, particularly without the husband's consent. Negative perceptions around the use of modern contraception tend to be based on expectations related to women's and girls' gender roles. Both female and male interviewees held similar sentiments. Child spacing. The social norm in some areas is for married couples to abstain from sex for 2 to 3 years after childbirth. While in actual practice, postpartum abstinence may not be common, the value of child spacing and its relationship to healthy children is often recognized. Emerging supportive norms. Positive or alternative norms, attitudes, beliefs, and practices are beginning to emerge that challenge restrictive social norms related to modern contraceptive use. This is found mainly in urban communities and among unmarried persons. Regarding health-seeking behaviors, women's and girls' uptake of modern contraceptives is embedded in social norms around household decision-making. These norms give control over reproductive health decision-making to the man and his extended family. Family planning providers are also bound by a community's restrictive social norms. Therefore, they are cautious in their efforts to provide family planning services to women and girls. Family planning providers reported that community and school reproductive health outreach is generally limited simply to information sharing, primarily due to fears of backlash. In discussing who influences their health decisions, interviewees acknowledge the role of community influencers, including parents, men, elders, and community leaders, in their uptake of family planning services. Social and gender norms on menstruation dictate appropriate behavior for girls during their menses, including dietary restrictions and exclusion from certain social spaces and activities. Positive norms associated with menstruation are that girls need to be nurtured by female family members during menses, and an acceptance that menstruation is a natural and normal phenomenon. Regarding sexual debut in early marriage, it is generally held that sex before marriage is prohibited. The study found that it is culturally appropriate for girls who have started menstruating to get married. It is normally fathers who ultimately decide when their daughters will marry. Arranged marriage is common. Parents take the lead in negotiating the marriages of their daughters and sons. Additionally, daughters are perceived as being a source of family wealth through the bride price that they bring. Gender-based violence, or GBV, is a significant issue across the society. GBV in the reproductive health context includes reproductive coercion, controlling behaviors, physical violence, forced and early marriages, and psychological violence. GBV in South Sudan constrains women and girls' autonomy and decision-making in reproductive health. Negative social sanctions also extend to family planning providers. Several providers cited instances of being threatened, verbally abused, or physically assaulted for providing family planning services to women without the consent of their male spouse. The assessment report outlines several recommendations, some of which include to increase women and girls' agency to initiate conversations with family planning providers, to build on positive norms, especially on child spacing and values related to healthy children, to engage key influencers as change agents, and to emphasize innovative male engagement strategies. A link to the report is on the USAID Development Experience Clearinghouse. The Momentum website also has a link to the report, as well as a webinar video that presented this research. The links are shown here, or you can simply type South Sudan Social Norms Assessment into a browser search. You can learn more about the Momentum Suite of Awards by visiting the website at usaidmomentum.org or by turning to our Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube pages. Thank you.